Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, 70 Mounts Wood of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tian He Hui. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. Just as we're talking with the lady boss, Ji Wao appeared from the side, holding a weird-looking pig doll and waddled to us. This one, it's for you. Thank you for saving me and Mama, big brother. Eh? For me? Yes, for you, big brother. This is my favorite, my most precious treasure. But since Big Brother saved Ji Wao and Mama, I would like to gift this to you, Big Brother. How thoughtful of you. Big Brother promises to treasure this gift. I took this weird gift calmly and then rubbed Ji Wao on the head and rustled her hair. A smile and content look spread over her face before running off to play. The innkeeper stayed behind, looking as if she wanted to talk a little further. Why does this doll look a little strange? I looked at the little fabric pig doll in my hand. It's looking stranger the more I looked at it. The doll's eyes are stitched all on one side, giving it a frightening look from the front, but a cute look from the side. It's thanks to you guys for helping us last night that spared all of us from the imminent demise. Their aim is to steal something from the inn, madame. Might I ask whether you have any clues regarding it? Like something quite rare or valuable, like an artifact in the end. What kind of treasure do I have in this small store? It's all junk and scraps. Even those statues upstairs were bought many years ago, worthless by now. Ah, it's that extremely hellish, creepy-looking porcelain statue. What did I do to deserve this? As long as the mountain stands, no fear in running out of timbers. Being alive is the most important thing right now, and what comes next is for the future. You're right. It's thanks to you two that I reunite with my daughter like this. I had given up hope at that very moment. The road's still long, so don't give up hope anytime soon. Ji Wao's future is dependent on you. Yeah, if you give up, you'll miss out on all the delicious food in the world. Glug, glug, glug. Ah, it's a damn disappointing thing. Suddenly, we all noticed a sound coming from Chen Hu, and watching him hugging his stomach in a comical manner made us all crack a smile. Heh, madame, do you perhaps have anything to eat here? It's been a long night, and I feel like I'm about to starve to death. Just hold on a little longer. We'll go get something to eat in the town. No problem. We have some spare rations here. Ji Wao, take this big tiger brother to the storeroom for some rations. Okay, come with me, big brother. Ji Wao waved Chen Hu over, and suddenly the tiger, vibrant in vitality all of a sudden, jumped from the ground before smiling cheekily at us. Oh yeah! I'm gonna bring some breakfast over. You two just sit here and rest well. I nodded at him and saw him off, skipping and talking to the little girl while heading to the storeroom in jokes and laughter. I turned back and continued to talk with the lady boss. What do you plan to do next, madame? She shook her head. I do not know. My only source of income at the inn is a pile of burnt cinder. What happens next is something I must consider carefully. She then pulled out a bag from her folds, and the clinking sound from the bag tells me the substantial matter of coins and the bag contains. Like, no. This money, I give it to you. I don't have much to give. The money here is all I have left. Please take it as a token of gratitude. Chen Hu and I only upheld the creeds and tenet of our morality, and the responsibility of Tian He Hui. If you do insist on giving this to anyone, give it to my friend here. Seeing this heavy bag of money, I quickly shook my head. No. I'm only doing what I can. You should keep this money for yourself. Didn't you lose your money bag recently and is in dire need of money? Taking it won't be a problem. Even so, I want to earn the money I've lost. This money, I believe it is important to you, madame, than to us. But then I really don't have much to thank you guys with. Think about it, madame. If you give this money away, how do you go about your life with your daughter? Please keep the money to make your life easier in the future. You heard what he said. Since neither of us plan to accept the money, I believe you should continue keeping it, madame. But in a sense, this money might be a burden to us. You know how money tends to lead to trouble. I plan to take Ji Wao to a normal village and spend the rest of our days in peace. Then that's one more reason of why you must keep it. No matter where you go, you'll be needing this money to move to better cities and to give Ji Wao the chance to go to a better school. That's what this money should be used on. If you truly care for her, why not spend this money on building a better future for her? Bai Yu walked over and patted my shoulder and smiled, as if our thoughts were aligned. I understand. Thank you, both of you. Just like what you two said, I should keep this money for Ji Wao's future. As if gaining an epiphany, the lady boss pocketed the money reluctantly, but sorrow lingered on her expression. Then, please, take some extra rations before you all leave. We can't take much ourselves, and filling one's belly is a basic need for everyone, isn't that right? And don't refuse this one. If I can't give you all anything in return for saving our lives today, I wouldn't be able to sleep ever again. Truly, this is one that doesn't cause harm in accepting. I turned to Baiyu and nodded together. Right then, Baiyu tapped me lightly on the shoulder, and I turned, looking at the approaching cluster of men in the distance. What is that? Merchant caravans? It's already a pile of rubble here, and these people only arrived now? How unreliable. Lady Boss complained while looking at the group of people in the distance. I squinted my eyes and noticed those people aren't nomad merchants, but soldiers wearing the same armor as the soldiers that chased me and Chen Hu yesterday. Thinking back upon yesterday, I'm considering to hide myself just in case they're going to arrest me for yesterday's ruckus. Are those the soldiers in charge of this region? Why are they arriving so late? By the way, Baiyu, should I avoid them? Those people in yesterday's leading officers aren't the same, so there is no need to worry. Besides, you have me and Chen Hu here. We won't let you get taken away. As for the part of them arriving, several procedures must be followed for a dispatch to occur. Maybe they already realized what happened last night, that they could only come after a series of document reviews and approvals before coming. What's more important than people's lives? Finally arriving now is just... Sometimes it's not just the approval that takes time. Some like to push responsibility to others to pass the blame over, because if their allocated region has a problem, their position would be compromised, as all reports reaches the Zongshu Shu. There you go. Water time. Seeing the men coming over from the distance, the Lady Boss began showing some expression of unease, while Chen Hu and Ji Wao returned from collecting the ration. Hey, Baiyu, Tex, I got so much stuff for you guys, enough for you two to enjoy. Those posturing, pompous idiots finally came? We already put out the fire, and only then they arrive? What are they gonna do, pick up the leftovers? Chen Hu, settle down. I know you hate them, but please don't make the situation worse. Let me handle this. Right, everyone, attention! The captain of the squadron ordered the men to stop before looking around and coming over, and began looking up and down at those present at the scene. Excuse me, I am Lu Ji, captain of the Zhizhao detective team. Please, can you all please tell me which one of you is the owner of the inn? It's me. Last night a fire broke out because of an assault, and thanks to the heroes here, the civilians managed to escape the fire. I see. Are you the folks who saved the residents here, then? On behalf of the detective team, I thank you. I don't know what to say at the time, as troubles would stir if we expressed our thoughts in anger here. Say, you bastards, how come all of you are finally here now? With your speed in handling things, if we weren't here, you all would be here to collect corpses, you know that? Actually, scrap that, even body collectors are faster than all of you here. Chen Hu showed no mercy to the men of the government, not even trying to conceal his contempt and enmity for them. The soldiers began to show discomfort and anger too, and one of them stepped out of the ranks. You punk! How dare you insult the soldiers of the Ji Kingdom? What, you disagree with what I just said? If you dare speak ill of us further, then don't blame us. Ha! Are you trying to imply that you guys are strong? What, want to fight? The tension before my eyes was burning like gunpowder, to the point I could even smell it. A streak of lightning seemingly crosses between the eyes of that soldier and Chen Hu. Thankfully, the officer and Baiyu interfered before the situation got worse. Enough! Chen Hu, calm down. This is not a place to argue. Soldier, return to your rank. I expect no disturbance of order any further. Yes, sir. I apologize for my words earlier. Tex, take Chen Hu to the side and rest. I will handle this by myself. Oh, alright. Regardless of my heroism, I am not one of the citizens of Ji, unable to provide any more help than I could have by staying. Maybe it's for the best I do something else, such as dragging this tiger away. Chen Hu, let's go and sit on the bench over there. Fine, fine. I don't want to see these people and their ugly mugs either. We walked away from the situation and found a large rock for sitting, patting away the dust before sitting down. Oh, right, breakfast. Here. I took a bag of rations and a pouch of water and began chatting with him while helping myself with the food. Speaking of, you really hate those soldiers. Are there any reasons behind it? Ah, reasons. The story is quite a long one. Simply put, these people are the dogs of the failing, corrupted, useless leaders of this country. Tools to help those bastards achieve their goals. To what they say about protecting the civilians being their goal and all, I call bullshit on that. Draining as much money as possible from the poor is what they truly do. Chen Hu's expression became more and more serious as he spoke about it, and within the depth of his iris is a hint of sadness untold. Simply put, it's a loathing from within, but I cannot be absolute on such emotion, as I have met with people who were nice and great, like Mo Jia, who was once part of the army too. He's great. If the opportunity arises, I will be happy to introduce you to him and others. I could feel the emotions behind each word. Just like he said, it's a loathing that came from deep within himself. Chen Hu must have his fair share of hardship as well. Oh, right. I remember that I got my luggage out. Let me check if there's anything damaged from the fire. Need me to help you get to it? Can you please not talk with your mouth full? I grabbed my heavy luggage. My ears suddenly perked as I heard Baiyu and the officer talking, and I began to eavesdrop on the conversation between them. What are they talking about? No need to worry, Mr. Bai. The losses here are a result of our tardiness, and the suffering of the civilians here will be reported word by word to the Zongshu Shi. I believe that the court will give fair justice back to the people here. That's great to hear. Sorry for the trouble, Captain Liu. I apologize for the rude remarks made by my companion just now. Please don't hold it against him too harshly. I hold nothing against his comments. In fact, I understand this painfully well. Due to the lack of priority and proper management, it held to the citizens' complaints in plenty. At the beginning, I joined the army to try and change the state of things here, but later found how powerless I am, trying to change things by myself. Please, you're being too humble here, Captain Liu. You being here now means you still have the power to bring changes. Like just then, if you didn't interfere, it would surely have resulted in a fight, and isn't that what you want to manage to prevent? It is exactly as you said, Mr. Bai. Now then, please excuse us from intruding on the burnt buildings over there to inspect and tally up the number of the injured ones. I bid you farewell for now. Madame, can you take us for a closer look? I understand. Please come with me, sir. Baiyu knows really well how to handle these kinds of situations. In comparison, Chen Hu may be more talented in battle, but on these kinds of occasions he brings more trouble than help. Thank goodness I pulled him over. I grabbed my luggage pack and came over to the stone bench and began checking through my possessions within. Baiyu came over and while I was checking and took a sip of the water on the table. How is it? Anything damaged in the fire? I'm still checking. Seems like there's none, but a book of mine is missing. Book? Isn't your bag full of books? If left outside, it's probably burned to ashes already. It shouldn't. I remembered putting that book back into the bag. I began searching every corner of the bag in panic, but this bag can only contain this much stuff within. When I reached the last corner, the panic within me surfaced into reality, and fear and self-reprimand began swelling out. How did the book disappear? And I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!